You know, I was expecting Hexaorb to get a mass unit. That doesn't look like a mass unit, but it's just another rock. I'm actually disappointed. This video is sponsored by Phoenix Pharos Cards. If you need supplies of singles or splits for Cardfight Vanguard, especially the ones in the video, do check out Phoenix Pharos Cards today, and as a bonus, use the promo code MetaNerd to get an amazing 5% discount. And with that being said, let's get on with the video. Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the MetaNerd channel. I am Marcus, bringing you another video for Cardfight Vanguard Willdress. In this video, we'll be going through one of the most forgotten right line within Keter Sanctuary, that is Hexaorb. I mean, do people still play Hexaorb at this time of age? I guess they are, but not many. So we're getting a new form for Hexaorb, but I am absolutely disappointed that it's not a mass. Maybe there's a mass within that, that blue rock right there, but who knows. With that being said, even if this is not a mass unit, it does introduce another layer to how Hexaorb is going to be played moving forward. Let's take a look. First off, of course, we need to talk about Hexaorb Sorceress Aquamarine. Once again, I am disappointed that this is not a mass unit. Continuous Vanguard Circle. This unit also regarded as Hexaorb Sorceress. Second skill, Continuous Vanguard Circle. If you personal right this turn, this unit gets drive +1 and this unit gets, and the power increase of your trigger effect gets 10k power. Third skill, Auto Vanguard Circle. When a trigger unit is revealed for the drive checks of the battle this unit attack, cost Soul Blast 1, choose one of your rearguards and stand it. This is basically like a second copy of Hexaorb, which will then increase your consistency in getting personal right, because the whole Hexaorb deck is revolved around you personal righting. It's not going to increase like the deadliness of Hexaorb, but it kind of does guarantee you the personal right on the 4th turn, which is going to be pretty stupid. I mean, at the moment, Hexaorb's power is just disgusting as it is already. This card just makes it even more stupid. Instead of needing to pay Counter Blast 1 and Soul Blast 1 to get the +1 drive, you get it for free. For whenever you personal right, you automatically get a drive, which is very, very nice. However, there's a slight change from the normal Hexaorb in terms of power, because the normal Hexaorb does gives another unit a 10k power on top of the trigger. So you are able to give 2 units 10k power. Whereas for this Hexaorb, you can only give 1 unit the 20k power instead. So fundamentally, they are still the same, but in terms of the flexibility, in terms of what unit gets the power, it's not really that flexible as compared to the normal Hexaorb. And one more difference is that you don't get to place critical trigger or front trigger on top of the deck. So you are reliant on other cards to help you stack your triggers on top of the deck, which Hexaorb at the moment does have access to. And together with this card, it just makes the whole deck like a very, very solid deck. The big thing right here is that this card actually gives a 4th attack for Hexaorb, which is actually a huge deal, because we all know Hexaorbs at this point in time does hits like a truck. By giving that 4th attack, it actually increases the consistency of making a 5 attack at the moment for Hexaorb. 5 really big attacks on the personal right turn is especially dangerous. And not to mention, you do have cards that basically stack triggers on top of the deck. It's just mind-blowing to how disgusting this whole deck has become. The normal Hexaorb Sorceress could still make a 5 attack thanks to this card here, but you do need like key pieces. You do need 2 of this grade 1 on the field for you to be able to attack 5 times. So with Aquamarine here helping with the 4th attack, it makes the 5 attack much more easier and more consistent, which I am very happy to see. This deck has been at the bottom of the barrel for the longest of time. I can't wait to fight the new and improved Hexaorb Sorceress. Next up, we have Spyro Cutie Angel. Although when this card is discarded from hand during your right phase, cost Soul Blast 1 and put this card on the bottom of the deck and draw a card. Second skill, Auto, when this unit is placed on rearguard circle, if you personal right this turn, cost Counter Blast 1, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose a card from among them, put it into your hand, and put the rest on the top or bottom of your deck. So I think all of the nation will get this kind of card on top of the Dragon Tree Grade 2. It's very, very nice at the moment, since this card is able to be used for all of the right decks within that nation. So it just depends on the second skill at this point. The first skill is definitely nice for discarding during the right phase. You just pay 1 soul to get a draw. It's very, very nice. For this card inside Hexaorb, this card I think is going to be a stapler because this card is basically one of the cards to help Hexaorb stack triggers on top of the deck. You are able to call one of the 2 cards that you see from the top of the deck and place it on top or bottom. So that card can go to the top or bottom, it doesn't really matter. And since Hexaorb does have the consistency of Personnel Writing, this card does fits very, very well inside Hexaorb. If you are playing Hexaorb, this card is definitely going to be a stapler. For the other decks out there, I don't think this card will make a big difference in terms of the deck building. At most, you're probably gonna get like a really good unit from the top 2, but other than that, I don't think you want to sacrifice your key pieces for this utility. It doesn't really gel well. I mean, except for Hexaorb. Hexaorb really loves this card. This is a good to have for the other right decks, but I think it's going to be a stapler for Hexaorb. Next, we have Effulgent Wizard. Auto Rigor Circle. When this unit attacks, if you have a Vanguard with Sorceress in its card name, look at the top card of your deck. If your Vanguard is stand, you may put that card you look at into the soul. Auto Rigor Circle. When your drive check reveals a trigger unit, this unit gets 5k power until the end of turn. This is basically like a soul resources as well as, you know, giving you the options to remove a non-trigger unit. I mean, whenever this card attacks, you do get to check the top deck. You can decide whether or not you want to put it on top of the deck or put the soul. It does gives you 1 soul, but still, it's not bad. The 5k power boost is just nice, but it's 5k. I mean, the power here is just whatever because Hexaorb right now does have a lot of power. So the 5k power doesn't really matter as much because due to how stupid the power can get. And there's a reason why this card only gains 5k since it is free for the second skill. I mean, the first skill is also free. The second skill is free. That's why it's only 5k. This is basically a better version of Owen. These 2 cards are doing the same thing except that Owen needs to on-place the Soul Blast 1 to check top 2. This card is a free version of Owen. You only get to check the top deck and you only get 5k power, whereas Owen, you need to pay a Soul Blast 1 to check top 2, and whenever you get a trigger, you need to pay 1 Counter Blast for 10k power. So I think there's some balancing going on here. But overall, I think Effulgent Wizard is a better version than Owen because Effulgent Wizard can use his skill over and over again, but Owen does not. Very, very nice card for Hexaorb. Next up, we have a normal order card, Trumpets of Blessing. You play this with the cost of 1 Soul Blast. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 3 or less card from among them, call it the Rigor Circle, and put the rest on top of the deck in any order. I mean, this is a generic order card to superior call anything from the top deck. Any right line within Keter Sanctuary is able to abuse this. It's just really good. It only costs you 1 soul, which you can definitely get back thanks to Drilling Angel. Now, since you are able to stack your stuff or, you know, look at the top 3 or top 2 for Hexaorb skill, you are able to, you know, confirm what is in your top deck and then you use this skill to help you stack triggers further. It's a very, very nice synergy inside Hexaorb. With how Hexaorb is designed, I think this card is definitely a good fit inside Hexaorb, but then again, this is an order card, so not really that great. But still, what little support to consider running inside Hexaorb is always nice. An option is always an option. It feels like a lifetime ago since I said this phrase. After you superior call, you can only place the other card that you checked from the top 2 to the top of the deck. So it's basically depends on what that card is. It might be good, it might be bad, depends on, you know, the card as well as the board. If of course if it's an OT, then for sure it's a good thing. It's basically depends on what the RNG is. Overall, very, very nice tech in card, and yeah, does helps with what Hexaorb wants to play. Next up, we have Balmy Violinist. Auto back row Rigor Circle. When your other units stand by your card's ability, put this unit into your soul, choose one of your units that was stand, and it gets 5k power until the end of turn. I mean, at this point, most of the Keter Sanctuary right lines does have stuff that restands, except maybe Peanut Butter and Graham Grace. Those two doesn't really restand stuff. This card provides the whole deck with its soul resources as well as a small power boost. Any right line that restands will be able to abuse this card. Bastion, Hexaorb, even Youthberg is able to use this card, but still, what cards are you gonna sacrifice in order to play this card? That's still something to think about. I do recommend you to get this card even if you do not play him. I think this card might be good in the future, especially since, you know, we are confirmed to have like a new Bastion. Get this unit ready for Bastion. It's a great one, I know, but still might be good. I'm telling you, might be good. And that is all for this video. Do let me know down in the comment section on what you think of the new and improved Hexaorb. I am actually very happy that Hexaorb managed to get a remaster type of skill. It does brings a new perspective in terms of deck building as well as, you know, power creep just a little bit. I mean, it's very nice to see a forgotten deck revisited by Bushi. I hope Eugene gets the same thing. Do like and subscribe if you like this video, and of course during the bell notification icon so that you don't miss a video I upload. With that being said, I'll see you all on the field.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.